Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Just buried it. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Going to the running game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grow up in the same area a lot of times, like we were talking about the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your elite, undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Quarterback keeper. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Scrambling away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to
but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Got his man down the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. First down for the offense. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. To throw, it's Lamb. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. Speeding down the left side. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After the misfire, it's second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wants to throw. It's Lamb. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads it left. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there and you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left too.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Try to barge their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is not the 3rd down they were looking for. Going backwards now, big-time decision on 4th down.
No question about it. That can certainly rattle your resolve to go for the touchdown. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Calls his own number. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. Tackle is made after the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Back open in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. 3rd down play from the gun. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Lamb. Unloads it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Delgado. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game. Gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward. But let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
3rd and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Smashes it between the uprights. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. And he reels it in inside the
do something a little bit different.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Kansas State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Scanning the field, it's Lamb. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's McClain. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And when he
grabs it inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Got the back over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Lamb. Fires one high and deep. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Fair catch called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think
He's going for it all. Brings it down on the right side. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. He wants to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions. Already in this game, he's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Wants to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Memphis. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Out of bounds at the 34. A productive job by the return team. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking to throw, it's Lamb. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that. The first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? He still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now, but it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
On the run from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
After misfiring, it's second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quickly complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air. It's Lamb. He's got his man. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to throw it again. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Tigers are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lamb. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football. After he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Buffalo has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 24 over Bowling Green. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, Football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 35. The expressway is wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now, because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Looking downfield, it's Lamb. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Delgado. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Spits it out to the back. It's complete. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? First down to start the drive after the break. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking for a man. It's Lamb. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to pass. It's Lamb. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Memphis. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We've got to figure something out. We've got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires left. He makes a catch. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Just going to keep it after the snap. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. back to pass. It's Lamb. Got his man quickly. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
The corners are walked up tight. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Quick release by the QB. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
We'll see if they go back to the run here on third down. Here's the handoff. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolute shank. Missed it. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And look, I know there's not a lot of time left, David, but that's a big miss. Obviously, if he hits it, he forces the other team to need to score a touchdown to win. Now he's left the door just a bit open here. We've seen crazy things happen in college football.
Yeah, and crazy things need to happen because you still got to make a few plays to get down the field with very little time on the clock. But now there is hope. You've got a chance. And the other kicker on the other sideline better be getting warmed up.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And that'll send him back to the weight room.